All right, well, the second question we have today from Grant sort of plays into that whole scenario. On the Sermon on the Mount, Yeshua covered everything but the Sabbath. Why did Yeshua not cover the Sabbath on the Sermon on the Mount?
I can't believe you asked that question.
I didn't, Grant did.
That is, I'm not going to let you get away with this, Grant. He covered everything except the Sabbath. Grant, read it! He covered everything. Oh yeah, everything. What did he cover? Kidnapping? Did he have cover men having sex with animals? No. He is dealing with things. I mean, read it. Read it. I'm not going to let you get away with such a stupid statement like that. You may not intend it to be stupid, but it is. He doesn't cover everything. What is he doing? He says, except your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will not see the kingdom of heaven. Why did he say that? Because the scribes and Pharisees were teaching that if you break the commandments of God, you can be forgiven. The provision is there. But if you deliberately break the takanot masim of the Pharisees, if you deliberately break those commandments that they made up, you will have no part in the kingdom of heaven. No part in the life to come. So Yeshua says they're not going to see the kingdom of heaven. Unless your righteousness exceeds theirs, you will not see it. You've heard it said of them of old time. I'm giving you the next verse. The them. Them is a relative pronoun. To whom is it relating to? The scribes and Pharisees that won't see the kingdom of heaven. What is he dealing with? They say this, the Torah says that. They say you can divorce your wife if you find a woman more beautiful than your current wife, or if she burns a meal. Yeshua says, no, this is the specification of the Torah. They say that you can swear by the altar, you can swear by the temple, you can cross your fingers behind your back, and you're not obligated. Yeshua says, don't swear. In the Hebrew Matthew, don't swear falsely by anything. He goes right on down the line. Don't sound a big trumpet in front of you and make your prayers in the street to be a big show-off, because if you do, you've already received your reward because you want to be seen of men. You're playing your religious shtick because you want other people to recognize how holy you are. He says, go ahead, you got your reward, but you're never going to get reward of my Father in heaven. He is exposing rabbinic Judaism, and if he were here today, he'd expose the Episcopalians, the Baptists, the Presbyterians, the Assembly of God, right down the line with all of their mishigas that they invented. Ladies and gentlemen, Yeshua is covering details, and then he closes out the whole thing. Not those who call me Lord enter the kingdom, those who do my Father's will. And he says, those who say they prophesy in my name, they do wonderful works in my name, they cast out demons, I'm going to say, get out of my face. I don't know you, you worker of anomia. Without in Greek, nomia, nomos, Torah. You are devoid of Torah. You have stood against the Torah. Now get out of my face. And then it says that those that heard him understood. He spoke not like the Pharisees, quoting each other and quoting this pastor and this rabbi. No, he spoke with authority because he is speaking the truth as he hears from his Father in heaven. So thanks, Grant. A lovely question. And
he may have even said everything. We just don't know it, because as we remember, the Apostle John, one of the last words he said was, I suppose if there were, I'm paraphrasing, of course, I suppose if we wrote down everything that Yeshua said and did, there wouldn't be room in all the scrolls in the entire world. So obviously there's a lot there that we don't know. There's a lot that he did that's not written down.
That's right. And a lot of stuff we have in shorthand form, right. Such as we covered at Passover. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a great Passover, but I'm looking forward to next year because, in that, when Yeshua says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? People think that's all he said. No, he quotes the entire psalm. And when you watch the thing play out in the chronological Gospels, and you have to read the whole thing, then you see that the people are actually responding to things that are later in that very psalm. And so they are literally seeing this thing play out in front of their very eyes, Yeshua on the cross, as he then lays out this psalm that they all learned. They all learned it as part of the temple service. And as he speaks it, they are seeing all around them the whole psalm right there. And so, you know, if everything could be written, that should be written, the world wouldn't be able to contain the scrolls. And I think we got time for perhaps another question.